Glanbia Advance Payment Scheme is a €55 million fund which will be used to advance interest-free cash to farmer member suppliers for milk and grain during periods of downturn in the market.
We recognise that dairy and grain markets are very volatile. We recognise that we can't influence the fundamental pace of change in the dairy markets, but we also recognise that there are cycles, and so there are low and high points. What we're trying to do, and is very complementary to other schemes that we've done, is help our farmers through those low points in particular of the cycle. So we've had a number of initiatives, things like fixed milk price schemes, working bans for our liquid suppliers, the Milk Flex fund that we launched relatively recently, and indeed direct support from Glanbia Co-op. This scheme is very complementary to that. It is interest-free, so it allows a supplier to draw down in low markets and they will repay the money to the scheme when markets are higher and therefore their cash flow is better.
The obvious benefit is the zero interest rate that applies. Now, I was impressed by the level of detail that Siobhan went into in announcing the project, and her management team obviously have put a lot of thought into structuring this initiative. But the real benefit is the cost of the credit is at zero interest rate, and that's something that the main banks will have to take cognizance of.
Well, firstly, the scheme is entirely voluntary, but the big benefit is that a farmer can get an immediate cash flow advance at a time when the market is very bad. The repayment is interest-free. The repayment can take place either when the price is higher or in year 5 of the scheme. The whole essence of a co-op and the whole essence of our organisation is to try and support our members at times of volatility. We feel that farmers will take advantage of this, as it will level the price that they get from the bad prices up to the good prices. So we're very excited by this, and we hope it will be well received by farmers.
The scheme is comprised of 2 elements, 50 million for milk and 5 million for grain. And the way the scheme works is that there are trigger points for members receiving monies from the scheme and trigger points for funds being repayable into the scheme. For 2016, the relevant trigger is a Glanbia Ingredients base milk price of 24 cents a litre, including VAT. And if markets remain in the current depressed state, that would mean that members would receive up to 2 cents a litre from this fund for the period from May to December. That's interest-free and repayable when milk price from Glanbia Ingredients Ireland, including VAT, gets over 30 cents a litre. So a dynamic fund with monies flowing in and out. Again, there are trigger points for grain, again on the same basis, that it provides cash flow support when markets are low, with monies repayable on an interest-free basis when markets improve.
Cost of credit, cash flow issues are serious issues inside any farm business today. So I think we have a problem with the pillar banks in the sense of the cost of credit is excessively high, and I think this kind of initiative is just the kind of competitive pressure that we need to apply to the pillar banks to make them sit up and shape up to the reality that farmers are going through in terms of commodity prices at the moment.